in the same day. Or if you make the transaction after 12 p.m. before 4 p.m. then your money will be deposited in your Shadin card after 5 p.m. in the same day. So we're getting the money within 1 day. That's the important matter of Shadin MasterCard. Second, thank you so much.
I'd like to call upon another freelancer guest, Mr. MD Nasim, to share his experience of using the Shadin card. Mr. MD Nasim.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here in front of all of these more people right now. First of all, I would like to thank Bank Asia for launching such a card which I can use. Before starting my speech, I'd like to give my introduction so that actually you can know whom you're listening to, right? So I'm called or known as Freelacner Nasim on social media websites. On the other side, I'm an entrepreneur and I do freelancing jobs over the last 7 years. So it was started in 2011. And my primary transactional option, payment method was Payoneer. So I've been using Payoneer over the last 7 or 5 years, Right now, I'm here in order to talk about Shadin MasterCard. So over the last 5 or 6 months, I've been collaborating with Bank Asia about this MasterCard because they have a lot of questions. What can we do for the freelancers? What will be the best thing that we can do in order to make the payment transaction faster? Something like that. So I'm just giving some answers to them. So I'm just helping Shadin MasterCard as much as I could actually. So right now, 2 days ago we did a meeting with Bank Asia and successfully we made a transaction and that was successful. I would like to talk about the current situation about the freelancers in Bangladesh, So I started in 2011 and still I'm a part-time freelancer. So when I started, actually the struggle was to know something. How can I be a freelancer? And then the second step was, what can I do as a freelancer? And I chose web development and I became a web developer. Then the third step was, since I was working with some clients who were from the United States and UK, Denmark, a lot of countries, I was just facing a lot of problems to transfer the money from other countries. And then I got to know about Payoneer. I used that, but there were a lot of problems between Payoneer and our Bangladesh banks as well. But day by day it got improved and the problems got fixed, But right now, what I say is, when I transfer money from freelancer.com, because I usually work on freelancer.com, the platform or freelancing marketplace. So when I was transferring money a few months ago from freelancer.com to Payoneer, suddenly actually they told or they gave a message that we're not going to work with Payoneer anymore. Then I was really confused, what can I do? Okay, then what I did is, I connected my Dutch Bangla bank with freelancer.com, Then I'm using that. So in this way, it takes actually a lot of time to transfer money between from marketplace to our bank, But right now, Shadin card is getting launched today. So I think it will be very important for the freelancers. It's just because we can actually give our money on Payoneer right now. Okay, and after that, if we try to transfer the money from the Payoneer to our Bangladesh, any kind of bank in our country, it takes almost 3 days or 2 days. So the most important part of this card is about the time, the transaction time. So 2 days ago, the meeting with GD was really awesome, and the transaction we made actually was within 10 minutes. The transaction was done within 10 minutes. So Shadin MasterCard is really helpful for the freelancers, And about our country, the progress of our country's economic system sides, I want to talk about that. little bit. Within 1 year, I mean 2016 to 2017, we actually made almost $10 million. You know, $10 million by the freelancers. Bangladesh earned that money. So we can have a big hand? Yes or no? Alright, I think freelancers are actually doing great jobs, better than a government factory. Do you know why? It's just because if we want to earn $1,000 per month, we need almost 10 workers in a government factory. But to be honest, I am almost $900 or $1,000 per month. So a freelancer can actually earn a lot of money better than a government factory if we can actually improve the system of our payment systems in our country and the systems of our transaction process. You know. So Shadin card. Actually, why Shadin card and why it's been named as Shadin? Why? Do you know why? Shadin means, in English language we say freelance, and freelance means working as freedom, right? So that's why Shadin. So why do we need to wish Shadin card? I just want to mention some things. Number one is you can actually transfer your money within a day. If you transfer the money today in the morning at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., your money will be transferred in your Shadin card from Payoneer before 12 p.m. in the same day. Or if you make a transaction after 12 p.m. before 4 p.m., then your money will be deposited in your Shadin card after 5 p.m. in the same day. So we're getting the money within 1 day. That's the important matter of Shadin MasterCard. Second, thank you so much. The second part is you can have Shadin MasterCard within 1 or 2 days in your pocket. A few days ago, I lost my Payoneer credit card. I'm really sorry for that. I lost that in the street. So I called immediately to the Department of Customer Support of Payoneer, and they told me that, yeah, no problem, we are just blocking your card and we will issue a new card and you will get the card within 1 month. So I'm just thinking about, if I get the card within 1 month, so what can I do right now? I have to spend money, I have to pay Facebook for my ads, I have to pay Freelancer.com for my account, so there are a lot of problems. But if you actually use Shadin MasterCard, you can get it within 1 or 2 days. You can just submit your information and then you can get that. And if you actually lost your card suddenly, you can also replace your card within 2 days or 3 days. So it's really fast. So second option is this. Next, I want to talk about the expectation. Next expectation, what actually we need more. We need something as Shadin. You know, Shadin. When it actually launched first time, people were just laughing at this Shadin MasterCard. You know why? Because there were a lot of problems which has been fixed right now. So since we are Shadin freelancers, you know, so what we want is, we want all these facilities. Sometimes if we want to spend money for our Facebook ads, if we want to integrate our Shadin card with Facebook or any other website, then we need to call Bank Asia or the card issuer company to unlock the card. I think this option is right now not available. So we want this facility. We don't have to call. So that make something great so that we don't have to call them. We just need to use this card as Payoneer. When we want to spend our money, we don't need to call Payoneer or anybody. We can just use our card. So this option should be enabled. On the other side, Shadin card to Shadin card payment transaction should be available. I think people are noting these things. You know, Shadin card to Shadin card payment transaction should be available. Is this option available? I think no. Okay. Third option is we need another option which actually Payoneer has. Payoneer can send a payment request to our clients. So we need to send payment request from Shadin card to our clients directly. We can request a payment and our client will just click the link and then they can use their Amex card or maybe use bank's card and then they can just pay it. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of time, about 2 minutes. So they can just use their cards and pay or deposit the money to our Shadin card. So this is the third option we need. And fourth option is, since Payoneer has stopped working with Freelancer.com, we want something like Shadin card and Freelancer.com or Upwork.com or the marketplaces we have in this world right now. do something so that we can actually integrate this Shadin card with the marketplaces, so that we can actually transfer the money directly to Shadin card. Alright? So these are the things we need in future, near future, as soon as possible. If we can do it, then this card can actually achieve something in future. I think I have just finished my time. So thank you so much for listening. And to communicate with me, I'm just mentioning here about my contacts. I'm a YouTuber as well. You can just search about my name, Freelacner Nasim on YouTube. You can get a lot of videos about freelancing jobs and careers. I teach web development. That's it. And in 2016, Freelancer.com created a video documentary, and which is available on their first page right now. I was selected as a successful freelancer out of 20 millions, top 10 freelancers. No. And this video is actually available right now. Over the last 2 years, they are highlighting that video. So I'm proud of it as a Bangladeshi. Alright. So thank you so much for listening to me. Bye bye.